Hello everyone, I'm Reggie Maddox. I'm sure you know me by now with Revitalize, and welcome to the Revitalize Hope webpage. You know, life is full of experiences, and one of the best experiences you can have in life is love. Love is such an amazing thing. To be able to fall in love and have someone that you can trust and communicate with and talk to and share vacations with and walks and picnics and even just travel and go places, little moments like cuddle up on the couch watching TV, enjoying a good movie. But there is also the other side of love. Love also presents the challenge of trust. What happens when your heart is broken? What happens when that person betrays your trust? What happens when that person seems to lose interest in you? Well, all of that is really just a part of life. But there are some things you can do to kind of guide yourself so to make sure that you are getting more than just someone who's looking to take from you, but you want to make sure that you're getting someone who's actually wants to invest in you the same as you're investing in them. One way to do that is by communication. You want to make sure that you are able to do more than just go out, hang out with friends, or sit in a movie for 2 hours, or go to a sporting event for 3 to 4 hours where you really don't engage with each other. So you want to do things that's going to make it where you have to communicate. I often recommend to couples who are really just starting out, if you're meeting someone and you're really interested in them, try going to a place, say like a coffee shop. Bowling is a good idea, but something where it's just the two of you. You don't want to go somewhere where you're entertained by a movie or screen or someone else. You want to go somewhere where you're you're in close proximity to each other, and you are actually talking and communicating. And what you're looking for is, how long does the communication last? Let's say, for example, you decide to go to Starbucks. You have a seat at one of the booths. You have your coffee or tea, whatever your preference is for drinking at Starbucks. And while you're sitting there, you're talking for about 10 to 15 minutes, and after about 20 minutes, you're really struggling for conversation. Then you want to start to kind of ask yourself, well, am I the type of person that loves conversation? Do I like a variety of subjects? Do I like a person who can have intellectual conversations, or someone who just like to have surface conversations? Or do I just like someone's company, but I prefer not talking? If you are in a relationship, you're gonna need somebody that's communicating, and you gotta understand your communication styles. So it's very important that you establish that in the beginning. Do you have someone who is a communicator? Do you have someone that can open up and can talk to you on a variety of subjects? Because the key thing is, you have to realize that the physical part of everybody fades away. The intellectual is what's going to remain. How that person interacts with you, how they treat you, the communication that you share, that's going to help sustain the relationship past the physical. So being able to sit down and have a conversation, whether you're talking politics, religion, whether you're talking finances, whether you're talking about traveling, whether you're talking about, cultural, the arts, anything, music, you need to find out, do you have that capability to sit somewhere for an hour and a half and 2 hours and just have a conversation? Now, this is not something you do one time. You need to do this repeatedly, at least for 2 months, 2 to 3 months, because you want to see if that communication is there. And that's going to tell you a lot. It's really going to tell you a lot. And the biggest thing about doing that is you're learning about each other. You're explaining what your likes and dislikes are. You're talking about your past. You're talking about your current, your jobs, your work. You're really taking this time to learn about the person. I often tell people, you can read 100 books on every subject. There are books out now on everything. The biggest mistake I personally feel that many people make when it comes to a relationship is they treat a person as if they are the book they just read last week. Something I like to tell men and women, there are millions of trees in the United States alone. But you will never find two trees that are exactly alike. Yes, you may have a pine tree, you may see a pine tree over here, but the branches are not the same. The shapes are not going to be the same. This pine tree will not have the same pine cones as this pine tree. Nothing about the tree is going to be the same. Although they are both trees, they're both pine trees, there's a difference. And people are the same way. No two men are the same, no two women are the same, but they are women and they are men. So you have to remember that. So when you're reading a book and you want a book that's going to really tell you and give you the facts and details about somebody you're dating, well, here it is. The best book is that person's mind. That is the book you want to read. That is the book you want to understand, because that book is the living truth of that individual. So you have to remember that. Second thing I think a lot of people should really work on is when you're getting into relationships is you want to make sure that if you're getting into a relationship, that my mistake was, honestly, the reason I could not find a good relationship was because I didn't realize it, but I was always attracting people who needed me. They didn't want me. They needed me. And you have to be careful about that. Now, let me explain what that means, because this happens to men and women. When you meet someone that wants you, this is a person that, and I'm not talking about the sexual side, I'm talking about the person that wants you because they have a honest, sincere interest in you. So when I say want, that's what I'm meaning. So when they have a person that really wants you, this is somebody who wants to understand you. They want to learn about you. They want to know what you like, what you don't like. What perfumes you like, what foods you like. When you go to a restaurant, they want to know, what do you like to drink? When you come home, do you like time alone? Do you like your ride to be just you and the music? Or do you like to talk? They want to learn all that stuff about you to the smallest detail. Somebody who needs you is a person that is looking at you and saying, okay, their ladder goes 20 feet high, and right now I am 3 feet. My ladder is 3 feet. I want to put my ladder next to their ladder, climb up their ladder with them, and that's only because they're trying to use you to help get their life to a certain point. And the sad thing about it is, when they see that you can only take them so far, they're going to jump off your ladder and jump right onto someone else's. So that's what I mean. When you meet somebody who is only with you because they need you, they are needing you because they can't figure out how to do it on their own. So the best way for them to do it is to get into a relationship. That's the purpose of them getting into a relationship. They get into a relationship because, okay, if I get into a relationship, I can have someone who can kind of help me financially, but they won't expect much from me. I'm going to tell them up front, oh, I can't do this. I'm struggling here. I'm having a hard time here. I just want to be honest with you. And you, being the kind-hearted person you are, thinking, okay, we'll do this together. Teamwork, we'll lift each other up. You're going to find out that you're doing a lot of lifting and they're doing a lot of sitting. And by the time it all ends, your ladder is sort of broken in some steps and you're trying to fix your ladder. And you're looking at them looking to jump at another ladder that looks higher than your ladder. Just the way it is. So that's why I say be careful about people who need you versus someone who wants to be with you, who wants to learn about you, who wants to build something and looking for a one true love versus someone who needs help with their personal life and need someone to kind of take that pressure off. That's the need person. You want the person that wants to learn about your mind and your heart. And the other thing is, be careful about giving your heart away. Your heart is valuable, and it can affect how you treat the next person. It can affect your outlook on men, on women. And I say that to just men and women in general. Do not break somebody's heart, and be honest and open to it with the person. If you don't want to be in a relationship, just be honest and open. Just say, hey, look, I'm not looking for a serious relationship. I just want to, be free and do what I want to do. I don't want to be tied to one person. Don't lead a person on to believing that they're thinking that you're wanting to be dedicated to them, and you don't. Because what's going to happen, you might be enjoying it for the moment, but when that person's real mate comes along, which you probably won't care, you're going to ruin it for them, because they're going to be so hurt and resentful about you that they're going to take it out on the next person. So be careful about that. If you don't want to be with someone, if you don't have that same interest in someone, just move on. Be respectful. Don't do that. And the other thing is, there's a lot of conversations about, especially like black men dating white women dating black men. And I'll tell you, my feelings about that is, if you have someone that is treating you good, someone that is giving you emotional support, that is motivating you, that is making you a better person, that, listens to your goals and respects that you want more out of life, and they are pushing you to that, and you're doing the same thing, and it's 50-50, and you guys are really holding each other up, then hold on to that person. It doesn't matter what their color is. You got somebody that you can have a future with. And if you start limiting yourself on the basis of, I can only date one person, and then you could be black, your soulmate could be Hawaiian, they could be Hispanic. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you find a person that is truly, truly loving you and giving you that emotional and uplifting support, making you feel like a woman that is strong and powerful and loved and respected, and for a man, she's making you feel like you're the man, like you're a king. You're making her feel like she's a queen, and you're strengthening each other. Then you hold on to that. It doesn't matter what the world say, because ultimately, here is my thing. If I'm with someone, it does not matter if another woman tells me, oh, you look good, you look nice. The thought is appreciated, and that is very nice. But no compliment should mean more than the woman that's with me, because she is my queen. I reverence her compliments higher than any other woman. Her compliments move me and lift me. Other people's compliments are nice courtesy, and I appreciate it. And that should be both sides. So respect who you with. Take time to get to know somebody. Build that communication. Make sure you're getting a lot of time together. You can go to public places and just sit, and you don't have to have a full meal. Just go to places where you can sit quietly, maybe have a coffee or a light snack where you are really just able to talk. And a lot of the bakeries, they have like nice little snacks or sandwiches with coffee, drinks or sodas, whatever. And you can really just communicate and enjoy each other. And one more thing before I go, I want to say, be careful about being with someone who has to drink every time you're together. And some people are okay with that, but I just honestly feel like to be with someone that when they come home with me, they have to have a drink. When they go out, they have to have a drink. And whenever we're together, they're drinking. Not a good sign, but you have to kind of play that by ear. But I'm wishing you the best, and I hope you find what you need. And if you have been hurt, and if you have been betrayed by someone, don't give that person power over you. Learn to heal Practice healing yourself, forgiving them, and moving on, because you don't want to push away the right person who's going to be the person that was supposed to be in your life in the first place. Hey, I'm Reggie Mattis with Revitalize, and thank you so much. And I want to remind you to revitalize hope in your life, even if it's in your relationship. Revitalize hope that there is love in somebody out there that's going to love you like you deserve to be loved. All right? Hey, see you next time.
Listen to the birds awakening the day. I love the rising of the sun and glow of its rays. Yeah, with a smile on my face, I'm floating on a cloud to win this race. You see, as a friend I'm here for you. You see, as a friend I'm here for you. Here I stand with you, wishing you the best in all you do. Always look for the breeze of love, calm and gentle from above. No, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through. Don't look back, it's not the end. Give life your best and I know you can win. You see, as a friend I'm here for you. You should know that, as a friend I'm here for you.